The report published on Tuesday accused government soldiers of killing civilians and systematically looted homes in the Equatoria region between May and June this year. The report says soldiers are seeking revenge on civilians after being attacked by the rebels. However, the report emphasized that while government forces are mainly responsible for most of the abuses, opposition forces in the southern region have also committed crimes under international law and other serious human rights violations and abuses, including war crimes against civilians. The report says atrocities have resulted in the mass displacement of close to 1 million people, including refugees fleeing into neighboring Uganda. Donatella Rovera, Amnesty International Senior Crisis Response Advisor, says the escalation of fighting in the Equatoria region has led to increased violation against civilians. Rovera says men, women, and children have been shot, hacked to death with machetes, and burnt alive in their homes. She says women and girls have been raped and abducted, and food is being used as a weapon of war. Joan Marina, another Amnesty International Senior Crisis Response Advisor, says Yei, a region that a year ago could feed millions, has turned into killing fields that have forced close to 1 million to flee in search of safety. Marina says parties involved in the conflict must stop their fighters to immediately cease targeting civilians who are protected under the laws of war. She calls on UN to bring parties from both sides that have committed crimes to justice. Amnesty International also urges UN peacekeepers to live up to their mandate to protect civilians from these ongoing attacks. Meanwhile, Colonel Santo Dominic Chol, SPLA deputy spokesperson, dismisses the allegation that government forces have involved in war crimes against civilians. He calls on the rights body to come up with evidence to prove their allegation against government forces.
For us in the military, the way we look at Amnesty International, they are just campaigning against the government, against the SPLA, against other opposition groups, because all what they are saying are baseless. If they are not baseless, why don't they come and share it with the government of South Sudan and tell the government of South Sudan that your army is doing 1, 2, 3, 4 so that we can rectify things? Because it is an international body that is supposed to be given advisory role to all the system worldwide, instead of just using media as a platform for raising this concern. So this is just a mere negative agitation against the government, against the SPLA.
This is not the first time government forces are accused by an international rights group of war crimes and crimes against humanity. In November last year, Human Rights Watch also accused the government and opposition forces for war crimes committed in Yei. Government forces have continued to deny these allegations. For Bakita Radio News in Juba, I am Obeid Emmanuel.
Bakita Radio.
Radio Bakita.
Sot el Kenisa.
The voice of the church.